This is Roger, Low Vision Product Manager here at HumanWare. In this video, I'd like to show you about a new functionality added to Prodigy version 1.4 software. In this version of the software, we've added a books application, which will provide access to 17 online libraries, and we will grow that over time. But what this does is open the world of online digital content for you, saving you time, energy, and effort in acquiring content to read within Prodigy. So I will tab to enter into my carousel. You'll see that I'm on my magnifier, and I'm now going to use my keyboard with my right arrow to navigate through from distance to files to our new books application. In this case, I'll go ahead and open the books application up, and here you will see that I am in the default interface with my books, my subscriptions, and manage libraries. Now, the very first thing that we need to do is go in to manage our libraries so that you have some resources where you will be getting your books or subscription materials from. So let's go ahead and click on Manage Libraries. And you will have two options, book providers and magazine providers. They work essentially the same. So I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate a book provider right now for you. And I'll go ahead and use the Bookshare here, but you can see below Sela and several others here. And we will come back and activate Project Gutenberg in just a moment. So let's do Bookshare first. I'll scroll back to the top using the arrows to the right and click on Bookshare. I'll be prompted to input my username, so I'll go ahead and take care of that now. And I'll input my password. Now you must go to Bookshare, their website, register with them, and they will assign you a set of credentials, a username and a password to use with your account. I'll click on the submit button that now appears and is no longer grayed out in the upper right corner. And this will connect me to Bookshare. And now I have a check mark under my book providers. Let's go ahead and scroll down here to the right here, and I'll just show you Project Gutenberg and click on that. And Project Gutenberg, you'll notice that a check appears automatically. There is no registration required for Project Gutenberg. So I recommend that you go ahead and do that straight away. It should be a resource that everybody can utilize. So just go ahead and turn that one on by default. I'll click the back arrow in the upper left corner here and exit out. I'll quickly show you the magazine providers here. There's Bookshare periodicals. It would use the same passwords that I have before, NFB Newsline, and so forth. So here again, these will require you to input credentials to activate them. I'll use the back arrow in the upper left to navigate back out to my books homepage. And now you'll see Bookshare at the bottom of the list there, as well as Project Gutenberg. So they add to the main screen so I don't have to navigate into a menu structure each time I need to access one. I'm going to go ahead and search Bookshare right now by clicking on that. This will open a search screen. You'll see a My Assigned Books, My Reading List, and My History down here. Scroll down using the scroll bar to the right. Latest popular categories and ISBN lookup. So there are other tools for lookup. And of course, if you're working with a teacher, they may have assigned books and created reading lists and those sorts of things. But we'll leave those. Those are higher end functionalities. But for a user, 9 times out of 10, they want to go in and search for a book. So I'll click on search here. And since it's the 50th anniversary this summer, I'll search for Jaws by Peter Benchley. And you'll see multiple options that come up down here. And I think that I will go ahead and let's select and go to another page. So there's a lot of results here. So let's say I want to just study about Jaws in general. I'm going to click on Jaws of the Tiger. We'll now interact with their services. You'll get some book details here, which can be read aloud.
Book details. Title, Jaws of the Tiger. Authors, Andre Baby. Synopsis, a luxury vacation becomes a terrifying ordeal when pirates...
I clicked the little tab in the center bottom of the screen to bring my toolbar back up, and then I clicked the pause button. So you'll see some basic reading controls over here. I can zoom in and zoom out on the text here. But the fourth icon in from the bottom right corner is the download button. And let's say this is a book that I've decided that I want to get. I'm going to go ahead and click the download button. And I will be presented with a screen that says the book is downloading. And then we will return to our search screen, and we can continue to search for books about JAWS if we would like to, and download other books as well. In the upper left corner, I'll tap that back arrow, and I'll be back at a primary search screen, but I'll click that back arrow one more time, and now I am back to my Bookshare search, and one more will return me back to the main page of my books. And then at the top of the list, this is what you generally want to work with each day, is when you come in, books that you download will appear there. And you have in the upper right corner some settings for my books. So you can delete all books if you want to. If you long click onto a book, it will open it up for you. And we open it up here. There's a copyright notice. This is readable. So I'll click down in the lower right corner, that triangle that points to the right.
Jaws of the Tiger. Andre Baby. Notice. This accessible media.
I use that tab in the middle again to bring my toolbar back, and then I have a pause button to the right that I clicked upon. Again, there's a setting you can set in your user interface so that that toolbar doesn't disappear if you would like to appear that way. You can zoom in and zoom out. There's a gear wheel, fourth in from the bottom right, that you can click onto, and you can see some basic settings that you might want to adjust. Those are covered in other videos, so I won't go in detail into those right now. At the top of the list is some info, so you can get some information about the book down here if you need to, so especially the source and so forth. Back arrow out to my settings, back to the main book here, and I could continue to read that notice if I like. I'll click the back arrow here. I'm back to the primary page of this document, and there is a zoom in and zoom out button there. But to the bottom far right corner, there is some navigation available to me. So I'll click on this page button down here and open that up. And what this does is it opens up the book navigation menu, and that was in the lower right corner. So let's see if there's a table of contents. So here is my table of contents. So I can navigate, say the teacher told me, yep, we're going to read chapter 9 tonight. I can quickly skip to chapter 9. You'll hear a sound of pages turning, and now I am at chapter 9 of the book, and I can continue to read here. So again, there it is. I can also go to page. And so here is an example of a book that they did not paginate. So I will not be able to navigate by pages in this particular book. I will have to use the table of contents. That is going to be a book by book thing. So it just depends on the books that you download and whether they've been paginated or not and whether those come through to you. Let's hit a back button here. Another tool that we might want is, let's say that I'm reading down here. I'll click and hold right here and we'll start reading at
Can I have your attention, please? This is the staff captain speaking.
Okay. And so now we are reading along right there. So we were reading on this page, and we found a point where we want to add a bookmark on the page. So wherever we see the black box, on the page, we should be able to input a bookmark. So let's click this tool in the upper right corner, and we'll put safety. I saw safety in that sentence there, and I will add that here. So you see maritime safety. So now there's a bookmark in here, and it will change the menu. So I have a go-to option. I have a rename option here. Notice that it said maritime safety. So maybe I want to be a little bit more detailed in what my bookmark is. So I'll change it to maritime safety there. And now I have a bookmark named that. Let's go back here and we'll just turn the page. And now I'm going to use a touchscreen gesture to swipe on the screen left to right, or right to left, excuse me, and we turn the page. So that was a right to left swipe. We're turning the pages forward. Likewise, a left to right swipe will turn the pages backward. So again, you can swipe backwards and forwards in here. So let's say that we want to add a bookmark here. We will have this one, and we will add now. We'll add one here. So let's say USGC. So that's what that line said. We'll push that there. And now I have a bookmark on this page called USCG. Okay. The reason I created a couple there is just to demonstrate that I can now navigate by bookmarks. So let's click the bookmark tool there. And now there's an option to go to. So let's say I want to go back to the one I created before. We can automatically jump around in our book in this way. Okay, so that's how those bookmarks work in terms of navigation. And then we can add additional bookmarks. You can only have one per line. We can rename them. We can delete individually. So if I wanted to get rid of this one, I'll be prompted, are you sure? We'll say yes, it's gone. And then there is, of course, an option to delete all bookmarks. I'll click yes. And now you'll see that there are no bookmarks and my screen will revert to an add only option. So that's a little bit about how those work. So again, the Books application is a fantastic new addition in version 1.4 that's going to allow you access to books to increase the volume of reading that you can do within Prodigy for Windows. Again, remember, some services will require you to register to get a username and password to access. Project Gutenberg, on the other hand, is available to everyone. So you should just go ahead and turn that one on so that you can access that at any time. I encourage you, as you use this and any other functionalities in Prodigy for Windows, to give us feedback on these features and new features that you think that we should add so that we can continue to improve Prodigy for you to meet your needs. One way to do that is by navigating in the carousel to the help menu and clicking there, and you will see a feedback link there that you can click upon that will open up a feedback form on the internet that you can fill out for us to tell us how we're doing and fill out any information. It's pretty open-ended here to input any information you would like us to know about what you would like us to change in Prodigy for Windows. Another way is to go back to the description of this video, and there is a link in there that you can click on, and you will be able to access the same form and complete the same information. Again, it's the only way that we can continue to improve the product based upon your wants, needs, and desires to be as successful as you want to be on a day-to-day basis. Thanks for watching this video. We look forward to working with you going forward.